Welcome back, boys and girls, my learners. We are going to revise quickly your SQL statement where clause. This entire lesson will be based basically on using the where clause and the different conditions that are available. To remember, in SQL, it can be used to change the contents of your database, like insert, delete, update, but it can also be used to, should I say, use a great deal to retrieve information from your database. The database has a lot of information, so retrieving of information is requires using of the select statement, where you're going to select your fields from the table. Now, when we select from the fields from the table, you can say select asterisk or star from table movies, but in most cases we want to select some information, not all the information, because your database tables are huge, and we like to filter out information that may be relevant. So, for example, we want all genre, all superhero movies. Then we will select the title of the movies where the genre is equal to superhero. Now, again, revising, this is a text, so it's in quotes. Delphi will use double quotes, but in Access you can use a double or single quotes. That's to retrieve. So we're retrieving information on text. Numbers do not require any quotes. Now, the use of wildcards. Wildcards are special characters that can be used in SQL to represent any character or number of characters, letters, or numbers in a string. These wildcards are used in a where clause in combination with the like operator to find values that match a specific pattern in a field. I'm going to do an example with you, and then I'll come back to explain this to you. Now, if we open table movies, right, we have many movies with Deadpool, like, okay, we have 2 in this case. Okay, we have many Harry Potter movies. And if I want a list of all Harry Potter movies, then I'm going to go to my table. I'm going to get the title, because I want the title from table movies, or maybe I just want everything about Harry Potter. So all the fields, so say select all fields from table movies where. Now I'm going to go for title. What must the title be? Now, if it's Harry Potter, that's fine. I will say Harry Potter. Now if I run this, I need to go to design to run it. Okay, there's no movies with Harry Potter. I'm going to click on table movies. Why is there no movie? Because we do not have a title that just says Harry Potter. It's always Harry Potter and something. So if I do want all movies, but I do not want to list each movie, but I want all possible movies. So I'm going to go back to my SQL view. I'm going to select from table movies where title is equal to Harry Potter, and I'm going to put an asterisk, a wildcard. The wildcard means all movies, they start with Harry Potter and can have anything after that. Let's see if that makes sense. Okay, I made a mistake here. Let's see. Harry Potter. Right. Yes, the mistake will be your like. Now, your title cannot be equal to Harry Potter. So equal means exact. You're looking for the exact words Harry Potter. But like means it must have Harry Potter, something like Harry Potter, but an asterisk means anything after that. Now, if you are looking at this, if you look at this here, the asterisk is used in Access. But if you're going to type the same SQL later on in Delphi, we'll be using the percentage sign. The percentage sign is a wildcard in Delphi, and that means it can have 0 to many, means you can have, look at example, you can have only Harry Potter, that is 0, nothing else after this, or many things after this. So the asterisk means You can have many things after the word Potter or nothing after the word Potter. So if I go here, I have Harry Potter, and there's many things after the word Harry Potter. So that's the asterisk for many things after the words Harry Potter. And I have to use the word like because it's not, title is not equal to Harry Potter asterisk, but it's like Harry Potter with many things after. So that's the use of the wildcard. If I want, okay, let's look for something, an easier movie. Right, we have right, we're going to look for a movie that has just one thing after that. So, okay, we've got Spider-Man. Right, we have Spider-Man 2 and 3. This is basically Spider-Man 1. So if I want your title that says Spider-Man, if I just put Spider-Man, like, I can use like, or I can use equal to. I'm going to design because to run the query is under design. So I've just got Spider-Man. But if I want Spider-Man with an asterisk, a wildcard, it will give me all the Spider-Man movies. Now this is what we normally use, the wildcard, but there is this option of using a question mark or an underscore if you're using it under Delphi, which will represent one thing that's missing. Like if you look at this wildcard character is used in place of a single character. For example, if you put C, if you're looking for something that's like C underscore P, it'll give you every word that has a cap or a cup or a cup or anything that has a letter in between a C and a P. So even in the example that we're using, if I want Spider-Man and I know there's a space, there's two characters after, there's a space and a number, a space and a number, it will still give me because it's two characters, space and a number, space and a number. So this is only looking for two characters. It works, but also in this example, it works with an asterisk. So your table movies, anything. If I want anything that starts with S, a movie that starts with S. Sorry, I'm in the wrong field. I need to go to query 1, right? So I'm going to go, if I said like anything with S, then I cannot put an underscore because that means I'm looking for many things starting with an S. So I'm going to put an asterisk. Design, and I'm going to run that. Everything starting with S. So in most cases, we use the S. But if we need to replace it or looking for one letter only, then we use an underscore in that example. When you do Delphi, we'll replace an asterisk with the percentage. Now let's see what this will do. It says movie starting with the. How will we get movie starting with the words the or letters THE? So we select asterisk from table movies where title like the with the percentage in Delphi. So in your answers in your application, you can put the percentage. But if you type in Excel, in Access, then you have to put the star. But for the purpose of your exams, we're going to be only using the percentage. If we got with title like percentage 2, it means movies ending with 2. So this means anything in front of, but must end with 2. This means anything in the front must end with 2. If you want movies containing the word war, if you want to watch action with war, then you're going to look for percentage, war, percentage. It means it can start with anything and end with anything, but must have war. within. But so remember, these are words, movies containing the word wa. So we'll look at some examples just now. And this one, despicable me with an underscore, it means one letter missing there, or one number. It may be despicable me 1, 2, 3. Right, so that's one character. But if you put an asterisk here, it will, in the case of movies, will give you all. Unless there's a long movie with despicable me and the something, then it's not going to show you. But if it's just one after that, then it's going to work. Like if this is Finding Nemo, then I'm assuming there's 4 dashes here, so it's able to find Nemo. It look for the word Nemo. So it won't look for Finding Michelangelo or anything else, and that's all. Or finding the Ghostbusters, if you need one. Okay, so this is where we're looking at the underscore. This is used in just simply in Delphi, and the percentage also in Delphi. So we'll do one quickly with the percentage before we go on to Boolean operators. Well, our percentage in Access is the star that we're going to look for. So if I want movies that has the word man in it, we saw man there. I'm looking for others that we can. Okay. Let's look at the word the, in. Anyway, in it, right? So this is like the, so we wanted to start with anything, have the, and end with anything. And let's see what happens. Let's see what this gives us. Right, so everything that has the somewhere. Now, watch this one. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. But THE is there. So it's finding those consecutive characters. So if there's any other letters after that, it will also give you that answer. So how can we avoid that? How can we ensure that it only has the and nothing else, no other words? So I would think we can have a space here. There's no space in the front because lots of movies starts with the word the. So maybe it will cater for words like them. If it's them, it will not give you as an alternative because we're insisting the word must be the with a space. So if you look at it as the with spaces, and the them is not here any longer. So everything has a word the. So we had to use the word space to ensure. Sorry, we have to use the space character to ensure that we have the word the and not them, and therefore prevents those words coming up. All right, so the with a space and then the wildcard. So it means anything after the space and anything before the. Next is Boolean operator. Now, a Boolean operator, there's 2 types of Boolean that we use. There's 2 types of words we use to represent Boolean. It's 2 characters. Your true and your false. That's a Boolean gives you either a true answer or a false answer. So we're running this with the and. The 3 operators for Boolean for now is your and, or, and not. And that's the 3 operators for Boolean. So you have your first condition and second condition. It can have an and, it can have an or, it can be not. Now, an example, if you want where genre is equal to superhero and your score is greater than 80. So basically 2 conditions must be met. One is the first condition, genre is equal to superhero, and your next condition is the score must be greater than 80. You can also have an or, which means one condition must be met, where genre is equal to drama or genre is equal to historical drama. So any form of drama in this case, sorry, not any form, it's just general drama on its own and historical drama. Your not means if you want, for example, all countries but not the United States. So where not country is equal to United States. So it will find the United States and say those are not in the United States. Now it will give you a list of those countries that are not there. We did the operator precedence for Boolean in Delphi. Your brackets, your parentheses is first, then your multiplication, division, subtraction, addition. Then there's your Boolean operators, and not, and, or. Right? But you can change the order by using brackets. So now here, the brackets here tells you do your brackets first. Genre is equal to superhero, score greater than 80, and both must be true. That means genre must be superhero and your score must be greater than 80. Both must be true. So that's your operators for your Boolean operators. Now let's look at a simple example. Table movies. We want all movies that are not action, right? So we do not want action movies. So what are we going to do? So all movies, this is all movies here where genre, if I say genre, I can use like, I can use equal to, both will work. We're going to use the double quotes because we're using that in Delphi. And it works in Access as well. If we do this, we're going to get all action movies. All right, so these are all your action movies. But if I want movies that are not action, so I simply put a not. Yeah, you can capital or small or uppercase is fine, lowercase is fine. But I'm going to use uppercase to remind you that's a reserved word. Like the where and like the from and select. So we're saying where it must not be an action. So everything here except the action. So we have done examples where we look for both, like action movies and action movie or superhero movies. So it gives you a list of both. Drama or historical drama, we use an and already. Right. Next is your special operators. This makes your life a lot easier. It saves you time. So, but you can work without this in many instances, without the between and without the in. Between means it selects values found between the upper and lowercase boundaries. But it includes the upper and lowercase values. We're going to give you an example of between. Select asterisk on table movies where score between 55 and 65. So let's go with the score between 65 and 55. So where score between 55 and, we're going to do this for you, and 65. If I run that, so score is between 55 and 65. It includes 65 and it includes 55. So although it says in English between, but it includes 55 and 65. In your notes, we say including the upper and lowercase values. Now, the between makes our life easy. An option to not using between would be score greater than equal to 55. So you don't have to use the between, although it makes your life easier, but you can use what you used in Delphi. Where score must be greater than equal to 50 or equal to 55. And you have to use score again, score less than equal to 65. You'll get the same result. So if you do not use the between, you can use the and to give the same range between 65 and 55 inclusive. So if you're not sure whether the between statement is going to include 55 and 65, you can use your Delphi statements. score greater than equal to 55 and score less than equal to 65. So that's how the between works. Now, the next statement that's very helpful is the in statement. It selects all records that have one of the values in the provided list of values. So one of the values. So if you're going to select all the movies, but you want them from drama, historical drama, or musical, you simply say where genre in and you list all the genre that you want. So it allows you to list all the genre. So I want a list of genres, so I'm going to remove this now. I want to select all movies, again, all movies from table movies, where genre equals to, and normally I will go, okay, let's use the in statement first. A genre in, I need a bracket to list. I want action. And I want superhero and maybe drama. And I want these three movies, these three genres. So I'm going to get action, superhero, and I have some drama here as well. Right, action, superhero, and drama. That's the in statement. If you do not want to use in statement, you can say where genre is equal to, it's more work. So the in statement makes our life a lot easier, but you can say where genre is equal to action. But because we're allowed to copy and paste, not so difficult. So once you have this, genre is equal to action, then you can say or. So the in statement actually replaces it with an or. Genre equal to superhero, or we will say or genre equal to drama. So we can check if genre is equal to action or genre equal to superhero or genre equal to drama. All three genres will be accepted. So you either use the in statement to see whether the genre is in one of the three, or you can separate it with an or. So there's your action and there's a drama happening. And so that's the way route you can go. You can either use your in statement or you can use an or statement to list, or both will work. But the in statement makes life a lot easier. It's faster to write because you do not have to repeat the word genre like you would do if you're doing the or. So your between can be used or replaced with the and the in and the or are replaceable depending on the question. Next is a null operator. So what is a null operator? Null operator is if you want to list the records that have something missing, there's nothing entered. So if the genre is not entered, so you want to know if the genre is null, we can't say it's empty. So if you want to list where genre is null is a reserved word, both the is null. And you can't say it's equal to blank or is equal to empty, we have to say is null. So where we don't have a genre listed. And if you look at these are the three titles that do not have a genre. So, and if you want to say, you can say is not null, you can put a not here where it's not. That means those that all have a genre, then you can run that. That's a not statement. So everyone that has a genre, every title that has a genre will be shown. It's always easiest to put the not, and whatever you are deciding on that must not be true should be in brackets. It's easier to do it that way than to put your not elsewhere because it can become confusing. So it's easier to just put a bracket around whatever it must not be, and then do it. But it does work like this as well. But for every question, it's easier to use the not in front of your statement. So as I said, where you say is, genre is null, and simply put your not here. Sorry. And you simply insert your not in the front. So for any example or application, the best way is to put brackets and put your not in the front. It will work. You can have dates that are used in conditions, but we're going to work with dates in your next lesson. So we'll stop at this, but your where clause is a comprehensive, there's a comprehensive set of rules you can use together with where, and it solves many issues that you may have in SQLs and in database when you need to retrieve data. The where clause is very handy. So you need to practice in the application that has been given to you.